Peace. What's happening, good people? This gift here for Payusnomind, and let's talk about tools of the trade, smart URLs. Now, when it comes to smart URLs, my go-to is Linkfire, and the reason for that is their stats. I haven't found another smart URL provider that compares to Linkfire's stats. I mean, they're just incredible. Now, when I am running campaigns for artists, my goal is to create a formula, something that I know works, that I can go back to anytime I have to run a campaign for that artist. And in order for me to create an effective formula, I need to know what works. And I need to know as much about what works as I possibly can. So it's like when you are marketing your music using these smart links, you are posting these links to social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and people see these links and there's a journey that takes place. They click these links. So that's the first step, is the click. They click these links and then they end up on your smart page. Now, once they're on your smart page, you want to move them from that page to a streaming platform, to a Spotify, to an Apple Music, to an iTunes. And when they go from your smart link, your smart URL, to a platform, that is a click through. So that's the next step, right? The click through. And once they get to a streaming platform, you hope that they actually listen to your music. And that is a stream, right? They stream your music, they play your music. So those are the steps. It's a click through, and it's a stream. Now, streaming platforms, they don't share data. So a lot of times we don't know what happens when people get to Spotify or something like that. But we know that they click through with the intentions of going there to listen. So we count a click through as a sale, a completed goal for the most part. Now, you want to know which of these platforms are effective at driving click-throughs, so you're not wasting your time or your money. So you think about it like if I'm a car dealership and I got car salesmen that work for me that I am paying to sell cars for me. A click is like the car salesmen that are effective at almost selling cars. They chat up a lot of people. You see them having a lot of conversations. They're getting a lot of people to take test drives. They're getting people to fill out paperwork, but those people don't complete the process. They do not buy a car. A click-through is the car salesman that sell cars. They get people to the point where they swipe their credit card. They hand you a check. And the stream is when that payment processes, the credit card payment processes, the check clears, and that money gets deposited into your bank account. So you want to know which platform, being that we can't always see the streams, you want to know at least which platform is driving sales, which platform is getting people to write your checks, is getting people to swipe their credit cards and things of that nature. That's what you want to know. Now, clicks and click-throughs only tell me but so much, because clicks and click-throughs, those numbers are relative for the most part. So it's like, let's say I got 10,000 clicks from Facebook and 500 of those clicks resulted in click-throughs to Spotify. Then I look and I see I got 500 clicks and 200 click-throughs from Instagram. I might take that information and say, man, Facebook really did phenomenal, and focus on Facebook. But did it really do phenomenal? So I look at it, and if I pull back and I say, instead of looking at the clicks, I look at the click-through rate, which is the percentage of people that clicked, that actually clicked through to a streaming platform. And I see that out of 10,500 people click through, that gives me a click-through rate for Facebook of 5%. And out of 500 people that click, out of 500 people, 200 people click through for Instagram. That gives me a click-through rate of 40% for Instagram. So 40% of the people click through for Instagram and 5% of the people click through for Facebook. So somebody on Instagram is 8 times more likely to click through to a streaming platform than Facebook. So that allows me to optimize my campaign and focus more on Instagram, because I know that traffic is more likely to convert. So I'm not just looking at clicks and click-throughs, I'm also analyzing the click-through rate. And that is something that Linkfire is phenomenal at providing. So not only the click-through rate for the traffic sources, but also being able to dig deeper into that. Because knowing which platforms to focus on is one thing, but knowing who to target within those platforms is another thing. So I want to be able to see, okay, well, which the click-through rate by country, by city, by age group, by gender, by device type, by operating system. Is it Apple devices? What's the click-through rate for Apple devices versus Samsung devices? Things of that nature gives me insight and allows me to like really go in and optimize a campaign. Now, in addition to the click-through rates and stuff like that, like I was saying before, a lot of the streaming platforms are stingy. They don't share data, but some do. And Linkfire has partnerships with a few of these streaming platforms like Apple Music, like Deezer, like YouTube, like Pandora, where not only can you see clicks, click-throughs, and click-through rates, but you can also see whether that traffic actually resulted in streams. Now, you can't see it for everybody, but what it does provide is a microcosm of what might be going on. So it's like if I'm advertising for an artist got a bunch of different things going on. They're doing influencer campaigns. They're just doing a whole bunch of stuff. How do I know that the streams that are taking place are coming from me? If I can see, okay, well, the traffic that we sent, that we reached, drove streams on YouTube, drove streams on Apple Music, drove streams on Deezer, then I know that that campaign is contributing. And we can figure out ways with the numbers to identify what might be happening on Spotify as well. So it just gives me insight and knowing what's going on and helps me determine how to move and optimize and create a formula for success. Now, in addition to that, Linkfire also has what's called territory management. Now, other smart URL providers have some form of territory management, but it's more so built around sending people to the version of a platform that is connected, that's a version of a platform for their country. So it's like if you go to iTunes.com in the US, that's where you go, iTunes.com. If you're in the UK, it might be itunes.co.uk. So a lot of other smart URL providers, they'll do that. Allow you to say, okay, well, if somebody is in the UK, send them to itunes.co.uk. And if somebody is in the US, send them to itunes.com, which is like, I don't even know what's the value of that. But Linkfire allows you to reconfigure the links based on the country that somebody is visiting the link from. So if somebody is visiting the link in the US, they might see Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer. But if somebody is visiting the link from Hong Kong, they might see QQ Music. If somebody is visiting the link from the Middle East, they might see Angami or something like that. Somebody visiting the link from India, they might see JioSaavn first. So it allows those links to automatically switch based on where somebody is viewing the link from. And those are the reasons why I prefer Linkfire. It's those stats, man. It's being able to see the click-through rate and then the click-through rate broken down by country, city, age. If I patch in Google Analytics and stuff like that, man, device type, operating system, all of that. It's being able to view the streaming data. It's the territory management. And there's a lot of other reasons why I prefer Linkfire. And if you care to know what other reasons there are, there's a link in the description box to like a full breakdown. It's an article where you could read all of the details of why I prefer Linkfire. There's also a link to Linkfire in the description box if you want to check it out and see what exactly they have to offer. Maybe you want to use them as your link provider as well and be like your boy Give here. You know, as always, man, you guys can hit me up at Payusnomind on Instagram, at Payusnomind on Twitter, Payusnomind@gmail.com, Payusnomind.eth for all my crypto folks out there. Comment if you got a story to tell. Share, like, subscribe. You know the drill. This is Gift signing off. Pay us no mind. Peace, good people. One.